My name is Tara Alder with Alderbrook Healing Arts and Absolute Health Wellness Center. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to another edition of Alderbrook Healing Channel's Raw Food Preparation. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make what I have named Durian, Coconut, Blueberry, Cardamom Love Pudding. It's kind of a mouthful and you'll see why as soon as you smell it. Anyways, welcome into my kitchen. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put an apron on. So I think I'm going to go for the browns today. A little contrasting with the white. Very important. You want to keep your clothes clean. At least that's what I like to do. And then, of course, as always, I'll wash my hands. I like the Thieves foaming hand soap. Smells delicious. Fresh lemon, cinnamon, rosemary, and I don't know, something else that makes it foam. So I've prepared by gathering what I think is about 2 cups of frozen organic royal blueberries from the Royal Blueberry Farm here in Eugene, Oregon. We've also got the meat of 1 fresh young coconut from Thailand. I've got the equivalent of about a tablespoon of cardamom powder and about 1/4 of a frozen durian. If you don't know anything about durian, let me tell you now. Durian is a common fruit that grows in Asian countries. From what I understand, wars have actually been fought over it, not only because it's considered to be a very sacred and sought after fruit, but also because the smell that comes out of durian is so potent that it'll stink you out. In fact, I believe that it's illegal to eat durian in public in certain Asian cultures. So the durian was one of the very last things that I opened up and prepared, and I actually got it out of a frozen package rather than trying to get it out of the actual durian. If you buy a durian from an Asian market, it comes in with a very spiky shell. It's a little challenging to get into. I have found a few techniques, but I sometimes end up with bloody fingers. And so to avoid that, I just buy it in a 1/4 durian package, frozen. And as soon as I opened it out of the package, I immediately took that package, wrapped it up in a plastic bag, and walked it outside to my outside trash. Had I not done that, my guests that are currently arriving would be stunk out. So anyways, I'm going to start by adding the most liquid and the softest ingredients into the bottom of my Vitamix. And any high-speed blender, Blendtec or a Ninja will do, but you are specifically looking for a high-speed blender. I'm going to go ahead and just pour the water of 1 fresh young Thai coconut. Okay, and because I'm using the meat of 2 fresh young Thai coconuts, I'm going to go ahead and extract the meat from this coconut, which you can see I'm using a firm, long spatula to go in between the shell of the coconut and where the meat actually meets up with that. And this tool comes from the Vitamix company. It's very handy if you're wanting to get the last little bit of goodies from the bottom of your Vitamix, which in the case of durian pudding, you're absolutely going to want to get the last bit of goodies because it's so exceptionally delicious. Now that I've freed that up, I'm just going to dig in with my fingers here and try to pry off the meat. This particular coconut has fairly thick meat, which is excellent for making a fairly thick pudding. You are okay to leave the cardboard looking matter on the coconut meat, but you want to ensure that you get all of the hard crusty shell off, because that's going to be a little hard on your blender, as well as it's not so tasty, nor is it nutritious. It's really not part of the recipe. So get the hard shell off. Once you've added those ingredients, of course I'll add the meat of this other coconut that I had already prepared in advance. Then you're going to want to go ahead and add your blueberries. And because it's not blueberry season, I have the frozen blueberries from, or the Royal Blueberry Farm, left over from last year's harvest. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my durian. And it is definitely frozen. A lot of times people will just bite into the durian in this state, and it's very much like a pudding, even just biting into it. It's delicious. It's also very nutritious, high in sulfur and a lot of other minerals that are necessary for healthy bones and healthy bodies. If you don't know the thing with coconuts, I'll explain it to you now. Coconut meat is especially good to help you firm up your stool. If you're finding that you're having too loose of evacuations from your bowels, you might just eat the coconut meat and that can help firm it up. If you're having the opposite, if maybe your stool is a little too firm already and you prefer it to be a little softer so that it can come out a little easier, then you just want to drink the water. If you want the perfect bowel movement, ideally you have both the meat and the water, which is what we're going to be consuming today. So as you can see, I have a colorful layer of ingredients in my Vitamix, and I'm going to go ahead and begin mixing. I am going to have to do this in phases because most of the ingredients, other than the meat and the water, are not very soft and they are frozen. So I'm gonna try to preserve the motor of the blender here and do it in stages. So I always start on low or variable and then work my way up to high. So here we go. It's always a good idea to secure your lid so that your plunger does not get pushed too far down and into the blades, okay? Now that you can see I've got some of this beginning to blend, I'm going to crank it up to high. Back down to low and off. I'm just going to take a break for a moment because I can tell that with this very thick pudding, it could quickly overheat my Vitamix. So I'm just going to manually try to mix this up a little bit. And now I'm going to add my cardamom. So I'm just going to take out my plunger and pour it into the little hole since I have my lid secured on there already. And again, I believe that was about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. I'm not big on measuring usually. You can find the written recipe for this as well as other of my favorite raw food treats on my website, which is alderbrook.com. It's alder like the tree, A-L-D-E-R. And Brook is a family name, so it's B-R-O-O-K-E. That's just www.alderbrook.com. Here we go. We're going to start it on low again. Turn it on. Now we're going to crank it up to high. Wait another moment. It's still pretty thick. You can tell it's going to be smooth here shortly. I like a line in Michael Frante's song, "Step into my kitchen and we will cook away your fears." In this case, thanks for stepping into my kitchen, and we're going to smooth away your cares because you are going to be carefree after eating this because you're going to know that you have consumed something that's not only delicious, but it's also quite nutritious. You're getting incredible saturated fat from the coconut, lots of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants. Blueberries are especially helpful in helping to heal up capillaries, so people that have chronic bloody noses, studies have shown that if you eat a cup of blueberries every day, that problem can go away. So one of the many, many, many benefits of eating fresh, organic blueberries. Okay, here we go again. This should do the trick. third time's a charm. So here we have it. I am going to see if I'm grabbing one of my favorite cups that I buy from Down to Earth. They are a wholesale and a retailer based here in Eugene, Oregon. I love Down to Earth. I like these cups. I also get the bigger ones. They have a big mouth on them, so I can get my hand in there and really hand wash them, keep them nice and clean. They also have a handy dandy lid that fits just over top of them for easy storage or for mixing if you want to shake up green drinks, which I'll teach you how to do that another day. So as you can see, we have a very thick but smooth consistency. And this is a natural, organic, raw, whole food, delicious dessert treat that hopefully the whole family will enjoy. But don't take offense if people don't enjoy it, because durian seems to be one of those ingredients that people have a love or a hate relationship with it. They either love it and they can't get enough of it, or they absolutely don't even want to be around it at all. Let's see. This is what it looks like. Perfection. For easy storage, I'm just going to pop this lid on, toss it in my fridge, and enjoy it at the end of my workday. Thanks again for joining me here at the Alderbrook Healing Channel. You are welcome to check my website, like I mentioned before, alderbrook.com, and have a great day. Aloha.